You're on the wrong street, cuz.
The last time I talked about Ethan, I lost about 50 subscribers, which I realized that the risk I'm taking, talking about Ethan in a negative light, isn't that big. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people are waking up because I'm seeing a lot of dislikes on Ethan's H3 podcast videos, and it's very understandable because he's making these claims over topics he has very little knowledge about. And some people are going to say the same things I did in my last Ethan Klein video, which is he can say whatever he wants, he can make whatever videos he wants. Well, yeah, no shit, but that doesn't mean I have to fucking like it. That's why I make these videos criticizing other YouTubers. I mean, that's basically what my channel's about, so the fact that I have to exclude Ethan Klein from that because he's your fucking daddy is pretty stupid. Just because at one point in time Ethan was very likable and charming doesn't mean he's free from criticism. Going into Ethan's content, you'll see that when he talks about politics or involves politics into his videos, he gets a lot of dislikes. And I'm pretty sure the main reason he's getting dislikes a lot is because he's making all these blanket statements and generalizations. For example, because of a few Herberts in the Catholic Church, Ethan decided to say that the whole Catholic religion is a fucking cult.
Of many decades, you can have that many pedophile priests, you're covering up and you're moving them around, and you're not all in on it? Not just covering it up.
Who is all in on it?
Everybody!
What do you mean?
Everybody.
I like how Ela is low-key telling him that he's wrong, saying, who's everybody? Who the fuck are you talking about? And then you have his stupid fan base who blindly follow him saying, oh, everybody in the Catholic Church is a fucking pedo? Oh, I didn't know. Thanks, Ethan, for that insight. Now, if Ethan were to make a joke about pedophilia being in the Catholic Church, like he was just going back to his old ways of comedy, then I wouldn't have a problem with this. But he's trying to be serious, like he's a political commentator now, and what he's saying is facts. I mean, it's just not. It's just his stupid opinion, and it's misinformed. And I said this in my last video about Ethan Klein, I just don't like it when big YouTubers such as himself get all political, especially when their whole channel was revolved around comedy or something entirely different. Before I carry on, I just want to say I didn't really clarify in the last video when I said that Ethan shouldn't make that type of content as opposed that he can't. He has every right to make that content. I'm just saying I disagree with it, and I feel like people can respect that. And I mean, I could go into detail, talk about how misinformed Ethan is, but there's a video focusing on one topic that Ethan did where he basically just made more generalizations about how every single police officer needs to, go back into training because everyone's just fucked up in the academy and all this shit. And, just because of one bad call from a police officer, it's just easier for people to make generalizations and blanket statements as opposed to doing research. And Ethan's kind of taken that route because he knows people just listen to him regardless. And the video I'm referring to is by this guy named Donut Operator. He basically debunks Ethan's claims and talks about how he doesn't do his research. And, it's a very good video. I suggest you guys check it out. Only if you guys want a more in-depth look on Ethan's ignorance. Another example of Ethan basically just making a video where he thinks that his opinion matters, but he's not very informed on the topic, is him defending John McCain. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of John McCain, and people might think I'm biased for even putting this part in the video, but honestly my opinion is irrelevant because what I'm trying to get at is that Ethan was either purposely leaving information out of the video or he just didn't fucking know. Now, I made a comment on this video, and the fact that I got over 1,000 likes and it was me criticizing Ethan kind of tells you that people are waking up. It's so fucking true. I mean, people don't like this political content that he's making. And the people who are liking his videos are just blind 12-year-olds who don't understand what the fuck he's talking about, but they're like, oh, Ethan's saying it, so it must be true. On that John McCain video, majority of the comments are negative, yet he has more likes than dislikes. So that tells me people are liking the video without even looking into the video, and people who are actually looking into the video are seeing what kind of bullshit Ethan is pulling. I mean, how are you gonna call John McCain, someone who got a fucking boner whenever he went to war, an awesome dude? And you know what? If you like John McCain, fine. But my problem with Ethan is that he's not even bringing this shit up or even referring it to his main argument. He just focuses on the personality of John McCain as opposed to what he actually did that got people killed. And it's so fucking obvious he wants to be a political commentator now, and I guess that's fine. If he's gonna change up his content, that's his choice, but if he's going to be a political commentator, he's got to act like one. He's spreading misinformation to a younger audience, and yeah, I have a fucking problem with that. By the way, before I carry on, I just want to say, if I said anything political that tried to influence you, I apologize. I'm not trying to influence anyone. I'm just saying my opinion on Ethan, and you can take it or leave it. Now, I did say that Ethan should go back to comedy. However, I feel like it's kind of too late, so I'm not really sure where I stand on that. And the reason I'm saying this is because checking out his latest comedic video on his main channel, I just didn't enjoy him in that video. And I like the video overall because of Ian and Hila, but Ethan was just being a bitter little prick the whole time.
So talking
That's
that
not
shit.
intimidating. Don't pull up your pants.
What'd you say about my podcast, bitch? Yo, what the fuck you say about my YouTube channel, bitch? You think you could do better? Yeah, right, bitch. What do you say? Oh, H3 podcast is bullshit. He just does it because revenue's not good and he's just trying to get paid. Whoa, what's the big deal with that? Yo, what's up, fool? You say you're thicker than me, bitch?
Comments like those?
That felt good. That was good.
I mean, the video was kind of worth it because Hila talking all gangster is probably some of the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Bloods for life, bull. You're on the wrong street, cuz. You acting brazy.
I hope Ethan goes back to his old ways, just doing comedic videos, gets his charm back, because these podcasts are just super boring and painful to sit through. Ethan just seems like a depressed, bitter old man who's just trying to get by on YouTube, and he's kind of lost that charm and atmosphere that he had in his older videos that I really used to like. And if Ethan wants to keep making political videos, you know, I'll support him being a political commentator, you know, because I feel like he's giving that, you know, that vibe that he wants to change up his content now, but he's got to be informed if he wants to make political content. Now, the reason why I had a problem with him changing up his content before is because I felt like he was doing it for his ego. Like, he wanted people to hear about his opinion on, you know, whatever, you know, the election, some political matters. And, you know, I just don't agree with that, you know, because when you feed into his ego, he's going to keep making videos about topics he has no knowledge about, and he's going to, you know, look misinformed and sound misinformed and just look overall ignorant, and, you know, that's not a good thing. But if Ethan starts doing research and actually knows what he's talking about, even if I disagree with his opinion, I'll support his content 100%. And that's my biggest pet peeve, bigger YouTubers using their platform to spread misinformation. You know, it's not because they have a different opinion from me. I don't care about that. It's all about them saying something that's not true and having a younger audience automatically believe them just because they love the person who's talking about that topic.